Hello and welcome back to the universe. It's been a minute since I've done like a makeup look, so I was like, alright, let's do a makeup look. And why not none other than my engagement photo shoot look, because I just did it last week and I thought it was very classy, very pretty, and good for fall. It's definitely full bloom fall here in North Carolina. And I curled my hair and everything. I even put on one of my engagement dresses. Very cottagecore, very cute. And Andy wore the cutest dark brown, beige, cream, nudie type of tweed suit. We looked very cottagecore, very cute. Anyways, so I'm just gonna give you guys a full down of how I did my engagement photo shoot look. So let's go become a subscriber today. First thing I did is curl my hair, okay? This is all part of my look. I have finally learned how to achieve these wavy curls. I've been curling my hair very tight and very 2006 vibes. Then I got this 1.5 inch barrel, really thick, right? And it gave me the perfect waves, and now I'm living my best life. I'm getting really hot. I always start with something moisturizing, whether it's my moisturizer or I'm using the Primera Cold Brew Serum. And I'm just gonna give my face a moisture boost. And you've probably already seen these nails. How fire are these glass tip flower diamond bombs? Oh my gosh, these are my favorite. Bunjie's house is always where it's at. And then for the first time, I'm so hot. No, that's not the first time. I wore primer. I know, I don't even remember the last time I wore primer. Here we have my favorite Cover FX gripping primer. I didn't even need it to last all day, but I needed it to last, and I was like, I need to do everything foolproof. I don't remember if I pore blurred, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I kind of feel like I did. My e.l.f. putty primer. I haven't used it since, I feel like almost last year. Like I really haven't. And I just dabbed it right around my nose area right here. I don't really concentrate anywhere else. I think it can be a little too thick for that. And then I even did under eye brightening. Like, who is she? I was pulling out all the stops for this engagement shoot. So I got the Becca under eye brightening corrector because I heard it's bomb.com. A little bit of the under eye primer and hit my under eyes just like this. This is a really great brightener, but to be completely honest, I don't have very dark circles, but again, pulling out all the stops. I do highly recommend this, and I think this is really good for some of the clients that I have that do have under eye baggy waggies. Very bright, right? But it's very natural. I have a lot of these little red bumps. They're coming up, and so I just did a little coverage patchiness, not too much, but enough so that when I do my layer of foundation, I don't have to put on too much foundation. So I went ahead and just patting that all over. I did a lot of prep work underneath before I put on my foundation. I learned that really from Jackie Aina. I feel like she does everything below before she puts on foundation, but it seems to really make everything look very like natural and very oneness. There's a completeness to it. Then I went in with my Glow Lust in the shade Selenite. Love this stuff. You really truly don't need much though. And then I hit that on the highlight of my face. Again, as you know, I'm not into powder highlight as much. I definitely think on my wedding day I probably will a little bit, just because you need the extra shebang. But for my engagement shoot, because we're kind of going like soft, light, airy, I just want to like glow from within, you know? But this just gives that beautiful glow, but not too much. Look. I actually contoured underneath my foundation. So I'm using the Patrick Tar Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo in She's Sculpted. And I took the cream and I chiseled me out because I had I don't know if you know, but I always have struggled with my body image and understanding that you're beautiful the way that you are. So I'm always constantly in the mindset of I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight by this date. And I was just living my best life, low key. I didn't meet any of my goals, so I was like, I need to chisel myself. I am not on a very restrictive diet, but I am definitely trying to be more intentional about what I consume, but not being too restrictive. 'Cause again, my wedding is next year, but I need to get on it. I just want to look a little snatched. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I gotta really work on my mindset. It's very not healthy. I know. I already know. My friends tell me all the time. I love this bronzer because it's so creamy and emollient. But it's not orange. Such a nice shade, contour shade for me. And now I'm finally gonna go in with foundation. The foundation that I used, I actually have never used this on camera. Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation from Shiseido. And I saw this on Amanda Z's channel, and I think I've seen other people use it, and they really, really liked it. And it seemed like a not too heavy, but a nice full coverage, flawless finish, dewy but not oily because it's oil free, and it's pretty thick. It's not super viscous. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use for my wedding day because I literally thought for the longest time I would use the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, and that still, honestly, it does ring true to me, but I don't know. In California it really worked on me, but in North Carolina I feel like this is a little bit better, which kind of doesn't make sense because in California it's more dry. Part of me thinks I feel like I got a little bit more oily. I don't know, but here we go with this foundation. I love that this twists. It's you don't have an on and off cap, it's this twisty. It's so cool. I'm gonna do a little bit more in my trouble areas. I am having a tiny bit of an issue with some texture, so my skin looks way more textured than usual. I know I sound very bratty because I know a lot of people have it a lot worse, but it's just like my normal skin versus what I have now. I really don't have that much texture, but like seeing my texture is kind of like, oh darn. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to look your best on your engagement shoot day. Look at that contour, you can still see it through the foundation. You're not gonna have porcelain skin. You're not a porcelain doll. But like, oh, covered up most of my red splotches. And once I powder, everything will kind of be like droop. And in photos, you won't really be able to see like, oh, she's got textured skin. Unless she looks kikey. But we're not gonna do that. The Hourglass Veil, I'm just trying to finish it. I don't really buy anything from them anymore, but I gotta finish it. And honestly, this powder is bomb.com. It is what it is. And there are good powders out there, so can't be too mad. I'm gonna go ahead and just dust a really light layer first. I did a pretty light layer, okay? Because I'm gonna go in with yet another powder. So then I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury powder and really hit up some of my trouble areas. So that's my nose, right around my cheeks and down right here. And I'm saving my under eyes because I have this lit under eye powder that I'm about to use. So I'm just gonna hit everything else. It's okay to have so much powder on for me because I know, especially on my wedding day, I'm gonna be sweating up a storm, just an absolute storm. So I'm okay with that. Now I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario. I'm telling you guys, I'd be doing the full stop. 3 freaking powders. Who is this girl? So I'm gonna take this translucent under eye powder and hit just my under eyes. This powder is lit. I wish they came out with a full one because I'd freaking buy it. But it just makes my under eyes look like a baby's bum. There we go. I'm gonna go with my blush. You guessed it. I use So L.A. and I was like, this is good time to use So L.A. because it's a little bronzy, a little fally. I could have done a pink. I could have done She's Sincere. But I decided to do So L.A. because it's my favorite, and it's my favorite. Fortunately, I still haven't fixed it. I have not had the time of day and can't be bothered, but I bought rubbing alcohol like last week, so I will fix that. I'm gonna take the powder portion first and just tap it in ever so slightly to give me that Bronze Goddess Cottagecore vibes. Those are like the exact opposite vibes, but I will be channeling both of them. And then I'm gonna go in with the cream portion, and just like the Master Patrick said himself, he likes to use the cream on top of the powder. That's what I'm doing, just to melt a little bit more, give a little bit of shine, because you know I'm not highlighting anyway. Oh, mother of pearls. But I'm gonna go ahead back with my bronzer and hit up where I contoured and just add a little bit more of warmth to my face. Not too much, but just a little bit, and just to keep that shape, that McChisel that I couldn't get au naturel, but that's okay. And because this still has a little bit of warmth to it, I do not want to contour my nose with it, so I always contour my nose with the Petit Peta Ink V shading because it is the perfect cool tone neutral brown, and it makes it not weird. It makes it look more natural. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose a little bit. Okay, this is a lot. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Clean blending brush, and I'm just gonna keep blending until it disappears almost. And then I put also a little bit of the blush on the BB of my nose. So this is my base done. I'm pretty sure I sprayed myself. I haven't even sprayed myself in a million years. Oh my gosh. I used to be nuts over the Rare Beauty one, but these days I've been opting for, again, a little bit more matte. I don't know why, maybe my skin is changing. So I sprayed myself with the Smashbox to really melt everything together. And then I'm going to do my brows and I'll be right back. Brows are filled. I used my ever faithful M Cosmetics Soft Sculpting Brow Cream in Taupe and my M Cosmetics Fine Line Brow Pencil in Deep Taupe. The best of the best of the absolute best. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I didn't do anything too difficult, to be completely honest, but I wanted something a little blingy. I wanted also to be a little Korean-y. I think for my wedding, I'm gonna go a little bit more like, so this I wanted a little bit softer. So the first thing I did is I even primed my eyes. Yes, I did. These things are dried out as heckos, so I always spray them. The thing is I always end up spraying the mirror, so that's kind of annoying, and low-key spraying the powder, which that's also annoying too, but I don't know what else to do. Makeup by Mario and Patrick Ta, the two leading artists in my life. And then I'm just gonna do a quick little prep and set right here. I'm gonna go into my ever so favorite Patrick Ta So L.A. Patrick Ta 4 Eyes Major Dimensions eyeshadow palette, the best eyeshadow palette in the world, in my personal opinion. And I'm gonna go in with this neutral brown shade, and this will be my base. Put that all over generously on my lid. And I bring it in a little to cinch my nose a little bit more too, right here, to kind of make it a little bit more contour-y. Somebody tell me if it's okay to spray these creams. Once you kind of warm it up on your brush, it usually does pick up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the lighter brown shade. I'm pretty sure it's like She's a Woman Lady. And then I'm just gonna do a light brushing on the outer corner. Just again to give my eye some dimension, but I'm not going particularly smoky, so I want to stay more with the neutral shades, and I'm going a bit like diagonal and then up a little bit to create that little shape because my eyes are not super shaped. I'm gonna go ahead with my other brush and again blend the situation so everything looks a little bit more seamless. Then I'm gonna take the darker shade with a more pointed brush, do a bit of like a eyeliner ordeal, but not too much, Just again on the outside. Do you guys see it's not? The reason I say not too much for anything is I'm not bold enough to do more than not too much. It's a little like this. Still eyeshadow, you know, a little eyeliner duo. And then with the flatter side, I'm pushing it against my eye, kind of in the reverse direction, so that it blends out a little bit more, so it's more like a slight tethering of a wing. I'm gonna take that same brush and dip into the darkest shade and kind of go over the cream with the powder, but not so much like make it out, but like push it in. Just again for a small dimensional change. That's it, that's all I want. There we go. It's all I want for the darkness in terms of like depth and darkness. And then I did a quick extreme contouring of the lower eye. I wanted more of a Korean-y look, so I really wanted the bags to pop. I did an extreme contouring my under eye right here to really create that fake baggy. It's important for me to use a very cool tone shade because if not, you'll look like an orange sunburner, and that's not what I want. Going just a little bit underneath my natural bag because my bags are not big. You guys see the difference? But this area is still bright, you know? I'm gonna go into my Makeup by Mario palette and take the second lightest shade right here and cover the inside because you don't want the inside to be dark. You want to spatialize that. I have this most beautiful shade called Lavish Matte infused with shimmer. It's absolutely beautiful and it's a little bit orangey, so I try to balance it with a more of a neutral base, but it has just the perfect infusation of shimmer, so it's really soft, and that's all I want for now because I'm about to pada ping pada poom it. But I think this in itself is really pretty, and honestly you could probably finish right here, but I didn't. Then I'm gonna go into this is also more of a matte infused with wonderful shimmer. And I'm gonna hit the inner corner and drag it up. I've been doing this pretty much all the time, where I hit the inner corner and then kind of like drag it up right here. So you can almost see it like go into my brow bone. I don't like intentionally hit my brow bone, but I always hit the inner corner and then kind of drag it up. So it kind of creates like a rainbow, I don't know. But then you have like the contoured nose, the inner corner highlight, and then the eye. I think it just looks really good. I'm really gonna hit my under eye with the white shimmer. I'm gonna take this very tiny fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with, I think it was these two. I'm gonna do a slight mix of the two shimmers and start with that. And then what I'm really gonna pack the punch with is the Master Crystal Reflector by MAC by Mario. This is in the shade Bronzite. And then I'm gonna go ahead and plop it on, but this is so pretty. I'm gonna do a little wet of the brush. Beep. Oops, I missed. Beep. Oh yeah, baby. Oh my gosh. And then I'm gonna also hit the under eye again with this. Generous. So this is my eyeshadow. It's pretty simple, right? Not too difficult, and it doesn't look like too much, which is exactly what I wanted. Not too much, but like, oh, catch a spaka in your eye type of thing. So I'm gonna go in now with these two Leo eyeliners. One is pen and one is pencil. They're both brown, hopefully, yes. And I drew it out in pencil first, and then I topped it off with the pen. Honestly, the pen is not as good as I thought it would be. I think the Born to Be by Pew is better. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my mascara. I used the Kill Lash Superproof Mascara Volume Curling. This is different from the red one, but I do like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, add this, add singles, and then come back because I cannot, I'll be here for 45 minutes if I show you how to do all of this. So I'm gonna do and be right back. If you guys can notice, I have some gaps where I often lose my lashes. So right in the middle right here, I think for singles, you don't just put them like I think it's best, especially for these really tiny short individual singles, that you put it where you need it. You don't have to go like line by line, you know? I think it's just put it where you need it and it's all good. Okay, so it took me, again, forever. I did 3 on this side and 4 on this side. This usually has less lash to work with, but natural, right? But you can see my glue and the singles, so I'm gonna go ahead with eyeliner again once it completely dries and run over that. Again, go over the disconnects right there so it doesn't look as obvious that I have falsies on when you look at me. Oh, I want to go somewhere. It looks so beautiful. So then I'm going to take this Raw Man Juicy Lasting Tint in my most favorite shade, Nucademia. Glossy tint. Ugh, lovely. Seals the deal for me. And then I went ahead and sprayed myself with the Milani Make It Last Matte Spray. That ensures that the dew that does come through is a controlled, beautiful dew. Ta-da! This is the finished engagement photo shoot look. Let me zoom you in. Like I was saying, mostly soft, kind of very pretty. That's just in general what I like anyways. Definitely went for more neutral tone, something a little bit bronzy but not too like sexy. Then you can see my eyes just like glistening rivers, my lip, my blush, my contour, everything is very unison. Anywho, I hope you guys loved it, including my lit hair tutorial. I wish I could show you my full dress. Yeah, here's the top of it. Maybe you guys will see some Instagram photos of our photo shoot. It was very fun for me to recreate. I will probably do this look again. And I want to post more wedding content. I just don't know how to do it. So I'm still thinking about it, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, be nice to your appearance. Wear a mask. And see you on my next video. Bye!